Hello, and welcome to another edition of Mulligan Speakers International MSI Showcase. I'm Diane Mulligan, president of Mulligan Speakers International. Every couple of weeks, we invite our speakers to give their thoughts on timely topics, and this is a way for you, the meeting planner, to really get more of an idea about them, their passions, and their excellent abilities to integrate your top concerns into their specific areas of expertise. And today, we're talking with Neen James. Hi, Neen.
G'day, Diane. Fabulous to be back with you again.
I am so glad to have you here. And for everyone that's new, that's haven't heard you, and I don't know who would be left, but for those people that are just meeting you, tell me a little bit about you.
So my passion is productivity. So I believe that we can definitely increase our productivity by the things that we need to do on a daily basis. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. So when I work with some of your clients, Diane, it's always about how can we help you get more done so you can get on with it and do the things that you really love.
And you know, this is the time of year when summer is drawing to an end, when we all have so much more to do. And what do you think meeting planners need to consider to make the most of their last quarter?
You know, it can be a really unproductive time, Diane, but yet when you think about it, people are gearing up for all of the holiday events that are on the meeting professionals palette. So what I would suggest is that we invest 15 minutes. What I'd encourage all of the meeting professionals to do that are watching this is to invest 15 minutes looking ahead. So have a look at everything that needs to occur. And then can I also recommend that you do three things. One, make sure you check the activities and that you have allowed and scheduled the activities and the events that you're hosting. The second thing, though, is as meeting professionals, you need to also schedule recovery time, because after these big events, you and I both know it can be exhausting and we go from one event to the next. So I would suggest that when you look across the last quarter, make sure you've scheduled the activities, but also schedule recovery time, because you absolutely need to be at your best when it comes to the last quarter.
You know, I think that's so true, and I will tell you that since working with you, that recovery time has become an important part, something that I hadn't really considered before. So I think I agree with you completely. Well, you know, with so many events coming and occurring before year end, how can they prioritize their time? Because that's the other side of the coin.
Right. I think what we do in our office, and many of my meeting professionals and planners do, is what they do is they look at the week ahead. So always spend time on a Monday looking at the week ahead, but also look at the month ahead. So every Monday, diligently look at this week and the next 4 weeks. So you're always then checking what's on your plate and what's coming up. The way to prioritize is to work on both a short and a long-term strategy. So the short term every Monday is what's happening for this week. The long term for every Monday is what's happening in the next 4 weeks. That then helps you sequence out all of the things that need to occur for your event and helps you to prioritize your time. So look for 1 week and 4 weeks as a priority mechanism.
Excellent idea, excellent idea. And with the meeting planners, they also have a whole list of clients that they're working with. How do they increase those clients' productivity?
The best thing I tell all my meeting professionals is talk time. Here's an example. If you're doing a site tour and your property is being showed to a new client, you could say, in the 20 minutes we have for this tour, let's make sure we highlight these things. If you're meeting with an event and the team wants to really make sure the client gets everything out of the meeting, you can say, in the 20 minutes we've allocated for this meeting. And then as you're wrapping up with your client, you can say, in the 5 minutes we have left, what questions do you have for me? So as a meeting professional, talk time. And truly what will happen is you'll look more productive, you'll sound more productive, and the client will appreciate that you value their time. Another little tip that I always use is if I'm sitting across from a client, I take my watch off and I put it in front of me in the meeting space. And then they see that that's a sign of respect. I know how valuable your time is, and I want to respect that. And just about 3 minutes before the meeting is due to finish, I put my watch back on very deliberately so I can honor the time. So the way to make your clients more productive is to talk productivity. So talk time.
You know, and I know you do that with me all the time, and I love that you do that. Now, I know you have three things that you wanted to give, three ideas that you wanted to give meeting planners about how they could have their most productive last quarter. What would those three things be?
Okay, so the first one is to schedule activity. Schedule activities that are both helping you complete your events, but also plan for the next lot of events as well. So you're always scheduling activity. Sometimes you have to schedule activity with yourself just to get everything done. The second thing, as I mentioned earlier, Diane, is we need to schedule recovery. As meeting professionals, you are always on and with the client, and you always have to have that incredible energy. So make sure you protect your energy by scheduling recovery time, especially after a big event. And the third thing that I would suggest to you, especially as we go into the last quarter, and we're spending so much time with our clients, but also our friends and family want our time as well. So don't forget about them. And so what I would suggest you do is schedule re-energizing time. Who re-energizes you? What re-energizes you? Maybe it's working out, maybe it's cocktails with friends. Whatever it is, make sure that you both schedule activity, recovery, and re-energy. And that's how you have the most productive last quarter.
That's fantastic advice. Thank you so much for working with us today, because you always give us such practical and actionable advice, which is what all the speakers at Mulligan Speakers International do. Neen is a perfect example of that. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. It was wonderful to talk with you again, Neen. And thank you to all the meeting planners out there. We look forward to working with you and to provide transformational speakers and trainers just like Neen, who are really going to make that lasting impact and give you those actionable items both for you as well as your audience. That the speakers are ones that are going to be remembered for a very long time. Thanks so much.